Now look up at the camera. Stomp on that hoe.
Damn, that one hurts more.
I did it. Y'all better be happy.
We got Eminem out straight fresh out the 8 Mile.
If you like this video, let me know.
Nigga, look up when you say that.
It's an hour long.
If you like this video, let me know.
The video's already over. Whatever.
Know what I mean, Jelly Bean?
Boogie pop in the crew.
Boogie pop in the crew. Boogie pop in the crew. Boogie pop in the
crew.
Boogie pop in the who?
Boogie pop in the who?
Yeah. Boogie pop in the crew.
Today is an alcoholic episode.
Let's see how many of these we can down within this whole podcast.
It's 196. You've probably seen these.
To be a drinking challenge, drinking game for all of us. Every time we say you drink. We drinking.
No. They're done. We're all done if we do that. How about every time Just V says a slur, we drink? I'm getting tipsy tonight.
I don't slur. I don't slur or say slurs.
Nah, you ain't rap capping. Is that what you say?
No, you rap capping.
But you ain't. Like, you telling the truth.
Oh. Well,
you
yeah,
ain't
shit.
rap.
I mean, you said it right. Yeah.
No one says that, though.
But no one says it like that, no. You say, oh, you ain't lie? You ain't never told a lie? You ain't lying?
You green? Nah, you lame.
Nah, you green as you lame.
Yeah, you lame. You lame.
Florida boy flagging out, you heard me.
Someone was doing a video of, like, if you're from a certain part of Florida, you know these slangs. And it was like, you green? And then I remember a lot of people being like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. And I was like, it was an out-of-body experience. I was like, nah, I'm so used to hearing these. But then moving out here, moving away, I forgot. People over where we live now don't use that.
Fucking hair on my goddamn mustache.
Sure, let me get it.
Nah, relax.
That's what being homies with him is like. He won't even let me touch him.
Hey, my mother don't even touch me.
That's so sad. The way you said it like that. And also kind of weird.
Like, it's just facts.
Like, at first it was sad, but also the way you said it was like, I don't let no one around. It was also like that, like,
yeah,
like,
cause everything. If it ain't money touching my skin, it don't need to be touched, nigga. Anywho,
I'll touch you. I did want to say,
talking about Floridians, what's up? Yeah,
this is the Florida episode. This ain't the Florida episode.
What you want to say?
I was gonna say, like, I did have we're doing all right with the stuff, with the channel. If you aren't familiar, go look through the page right now and see anything you like. I like that we actually have a little bit going on for ourselves. If you look at our channel, it's not even like a year old, and I feel like you can already see, like, all right, there's two guys, they talk, they like Transformers, drag, like, you can already see certain things.
Yeah, you can see we have a passion for things that are nerdy.
Like, it's not just what they tell you when you start a new channel. It's like, throw things at the wall and see what works and figure out your style. Like, if people start out at 0%, we already have like 40 to 50%. I feel
we're
like we
already
have
past the era of being a robot and trying to figure out the algorithm.
Yeah, I like that. I like this channel.
I like this channel too.
It's not like a big copy of any specific channel too. I've never seen a podcast like this. I mean, there's a lot of, which is crazy because there's a lot of podcasts where it's just two guys talking. You saw a ghost?
Nah, I heard something. You know these ears, like dog ears, all.
I thought you said you couldn't hear.
Yeah, that's because I had a hoodie over.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You got my ass.
Yeah. No, earlier my shit was like it needed to pop. You know how like yeah, that type of feeling. Like I was hearing, but
the nose.
No, I didn't do that. I just adjusted my ears.
Oh, that's gay. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
I'd be doing that for fun though.
Weirdo. Anywho, all my Floridians,
all my fellas,
take a shot.
Yeah, if you're from Florida, you gotta take a shot.
If you're from Florida, take a shot.
Sorry, that's the rules, dog.
Tonight, y'all are drinking with the Boogie Pop crew.
And a segue, if you're a Power Rangers fan, you take a shot.
Take a shot. Actually, if you're a Power Rangers fan, take 2 shots. And if you like the 2017 Power Rangers, go ahead and take 5 right now.
Going down the bottle.
Go ahead and take 5 right now, because when we get into this, you might be a little upset. So just ease yourself.
I would like to see a video. Shots. In today's episode, we're watching. I should really set up an intro like that. In today's episode, we're watching what's going on in the theaters today. We're watching the 2018
we need
Power
an
Rangers
that's
Reboot.
Going to load us up on these drinks. Assistant.
We need an assistant also, like with a big monitor, and they can look stuff up for us.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, we need a system, bro. We need it's just the 2 of us, man.
It's always just the 2 of us.
Wait a minute. You hear that?
Wait.
You hear that? Oh, you guys. Oh, we can't forget you guys, of course. Of course not.
But you guys aren't fucking helping at all.
You
need to like the video.
Yeah, I mean, they're doing what they can. They're listening. They're vibing, chilling on a Friday night? Maybe.
I'm sorry
Saturday.
if you're watching this video and you're like, oh, dude, I always wanted to hear people talk about this Power Rangers movie. And it's been 10 minutes already. And we haven't said a single word about it.
All right, we can get into it.
But I don't give a fuck about you.
We can get into it. We can dive into it.
No, I don't give a fuck about them. Actually, we're going to title this, We Watched the Power Rangers Movie. And I'm not even going to talk about Power Rangers today. I will.
You know the consistent thing since watching that Power Rangers movie is me saying how bad directors and writers are.
Oh yeah.
Right now, in my opinion.
It's getting clear.
Yeah, there's outliers, of course, that are actually good. You know what I'm saying? Like I like the Ryan Coogler. Coogler's his name? Ryan Coogler, director of Sinners.
Oh, is that him? Yeah, honestly, yeah, when you put it like that, it makes those directors seem even more powerful.
Like I like his shit. I like when the Russo brothers, that's their names.
Mm-hmm.
I like when the Russo brothers get on some shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And obviously, we like certain actors. You feel me? Anytime you see Denzel on something, you gonna fuck with it.
So basically, he's bringing that up because we're saying we know the proven scientific analytical reason.
Oh, this is a Sprite.
That was a Sprite.
That's a Sprite.
We know the real reason why that movie failed. Power Rangers 2017, the reboot. It's a reboot of the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Mighty Morphin.
Not any of the other versions. Not the Ninja Samurais, the Dinobots, whatever. Even though there were.
And the shit got can't.
Dinobots.
Oh, man, I'm getting ahead of myself. But shit got canceled right when we were getting Tommy Oliver.
Yeah. Yeah, we're jumping all over the place, but we figured it out, and we're mad. But to give some context, as a kid, I was a big original Power Rangers fan.
Yeah.
But as I got a little bit older, like not even double digits, I kind of just stopped watching, and I continued with anime, other stuff. So while my knowledge is very niche of Power Rangers, it was a childhood favorite. And what was I saying?
How you like Power Rangers?
I like Power Rangers. I actually liked it so much as a kid. We went to this camp, me and my brother, and it was like a disabled camp.
Okay.
So why was I there?
Because you're autistic.
I guess so.
No,
That can't be.
I don't know why you're guessing.
That can't be.
It's
There's only one autistic person in this house.
Straight on the nose.
But yeah, it was something like that. It was like people. It was like slow kid. It was like kids too nervous and disabled to go to a regular camp, and it was like a cheap version of that. So really, I only saw like 15 kids, and it was like a corporate break room for the camp, and then they had like a big cafeteria. I don't know exactly where we were, but I remember I would request, and they would turn on Power Rangers, and everyone would get next to the TV, and the TV was on. Yeah, like I really wanted to watch Power Rangers.
Okay.
And I would ask Power Rangers, like, when are we watching Power Rangers?
They'll put up. I want to watch Power Ranger.
I was a little older than that, but I was still talking like that.
But you're autistic, so I want to watch Power Ranger.
They were like, yeah, everyone would come into the camp and be like, oh, he's in a wheelchair. Oh, this one has this like disability. And then I walked in and they're like, what's wrong with this one? And I was like, I want to watch Power Rangers. And they're like, oh, that's exactly what's wrong with him.
I want to watch Power Ranger.
Power Rangers.
I like Tommy Oliver.
I love Tommy Oliver. It was Tommy Oliver. It was basically like that.
Nah, let me chill out, because niggas get hot about certain shit. But
dude, if you get annoyed at that, no, I had the worst. I just did it right there. Worst speech impediment.
You stuttered a lot.
Not as much stuttering, because the stuttering is like just the anxiety. But as a kid, it was like I really couldn't speak. So I did like that speech class for like.
My cousin had a mean ass stutter. She had a mean ass. I'm talking.
What?
I was like, spit that shit out, nigga. Damn. I had a stutter too, so I wasn't trying to get on her head too much, but her shit was crazy. It's better now. It's way better now.
Okay.
Yeah. But then again,
I don't know if I
suck at talking to my family, because I ain't speaking to her in years
she
now.
She might still have it.
Shit might have came back.
Yeah, I stutter more now than I did as a kid.
Bro, I feel like that should be creeping up. Like, you think you smooth, you could talk regularly, and then you go and start talking to somebody, and you just start and then you gotta go.
A tiny part of it is like,
and then you gotta go like
I
this.
allow. Yeah.
Apparently, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
A part of stuttering now. There's so many reasons. One is I do let it happen because I think it's funny as hell, and some people. Like, you can kind of know when you start to stutter. Like, I was just about to fucking do right there. And you can kind of stop yourself, but like, nah, that shit is too funny. Let it happen. And then also, the other is, I stutter more now because there's more repercussions. So, like.
On what you say, yeah.
Yeah.
So now you got to overly
so
think
I'm
about
like,
what you're saying.
And I know I'm going to get fucking roasted. So. It's also like, don't stutter. And then that just forces you to stutter. And I'm also thinking like 8 sentences ahead.
As soon as I start stuttering, bro, I ain't gonna lie. As soon as I start stuttering,
it's just done. It's done.
It's a wrap. Cause I'll start it, and then I'll get halfway through like the stutter. I'll be like, nah, I ain't even saying this shit no more. We moving on.
I'm like, well,
or I'm leaving this. Yeah.
Going.
I just, like, my first time talking to you, I'm getting to my point, I'm like this, and I get stuck. I hit a sit. It don't matter. It really don't matter. I'm going back to my job, or I'm going back to this, whatever. Like, we're co-workers, and I just fucked up saying whatever I need to say. I don't give a fuck what just happened. Like, yeah, we got an order, but you're not going to hear from me. I gave up on the whole situation. So goodbye. Till next time, really.
But when I was in camp, it was fucking. I remember Power Rangers multiple times, and I would be the first one sitting.
That's a good scratch on the ear. You feel me?
Oh, you want me to scratch your other ear?
Nah, relax.
All right, you can't do nothing around here.
I was just saying, dog. That shit, like, I really hit the spot. No, my fault.
I mean,
You were in band camp?
The Nyko, not band camp. This isn't American Pie. No, when I was at camp, it was like I was in front of the TV, first in front of the TV with. I had a friend that also loved Power Rangers as much as me back then, and then it was all the other kids behind me, kind of like doing their own thing, but also watching. My brother was also there because it was just like I just got looped into the deal. I guess it was like a fucking 2-for-1, and it was awesome because. For the first like 7 years of my life, I was like, green is my favorite color because of Power Rangers. As a lot of kids probably could have.
Well, that's not what your Pokemon video said.
What did I say in my Pokemon video?
I don't know. I didn't get that far.
Yeah, you know, I didn't get that far.
I didn't get that far.
Also, in the Pokemon video, I talk about my favorite being grass starters, and they're all green.
Yeah, exactly.
But specifically for a couple years, while I was watching Power Rangers, I was like, this is my favorite fucking color. Bright green. And the story would be
green.
Irish Spring green. There was a cafeteria in this camp, and the camp counselor is like this buff bald dude with a big old mustache. I remember him being. He would take like a kid or two every day, and he'd be like, "Hey, who wants to do the popsicle run?" Which is, don't make it sound crazy now. This because this was legit, and no one ever got hurt.
Who wants to do the popsicle?
Who wants to do the popsicle run? As he looked like Steve Harvey but buff, and I was like, dog.
At band camp,
I want to do the popsicle run. Me. So we would go because if you did the popsicle run, you get an extra popsicle. And I ain't talking to camp counselor. Popsicles. Irish Spring green.
How many popsicles can I fit in my mouth?
At the end of the day, at the end of the day, Mom was like, "How was camp?"
Or actually, you were like you were saying it like this. How many popsicles?
That's when my stutter started. I was like, popsicle.
And then old buff Steve Harvey, you can take one more, Noah. One more.
How many popsicles on the board? And then he whips out his cock. Irish Counselor Green. Dog, if you're watching this and you remember me,
log back in.
You know that ain't true.
This is how they got Michael Jackson, man.
Damn. As a kid or as an adult?
Both.
Yeah, yeah, both.
What?
They took him to the popsicle room, and then
they took him to the popsicle.
And then he said, "I got a popsicle free zone, kids." Obviously, we fucking love.
And
Michael
Jackson.
No one in the comments. Disrespect that.
No one in the comments start talking crazy about Michael Jackson because shit
will get real quick,
really fast. Y'all niggas, I will DDoS y'all niggas out.
I will publicly state the IP address in the comments to your reply. But the popsicle room was a magical place. Because if you got to go to the popsicle room, you had like an 80% chance you would get 2 popsicles instead of 1. Whoa. Anyways.
No, I'm here. I'm listening.
He would. It was funny because you would go. There would be this giant room. But as a kid, it was like tunnel vision. All I saw was a fridge in this warehouse size room. And we would open the fridge and he would hand me a box of like the, I want to say it was those popsicles that had like the kind of thin vertical plastic. Not the ones like you take off on a stick. But it was the vertical plastic like freezy pop ones that you like.
Was it the Superman ones?
I don't know.
Or the American ones? Red, white, and blue?
No, it wasn't those. It wasn't anything on a stick. It
might actually get this learning tonight,
thin
dog.
vertical bag.
I'm on my second drink. I'm about to be on my third.
And it's, damn.
Catch up, nigga.
You would cut it and suck it up. Remember that?
Oh, you mean the juice pops?
Kind of, yeah.
They were like juice, but there was like freeze pops.
Yeah, because there's a bunch of different versions. Yeah, they were juice, and then they froze it.
Yeah.
Because they would make like Jolly Rancher versions, like as you got older and stuff. It was those.
Oh,
and they had a bright lime green one or whatever. And I would always pick those.
I know that one, dog.
And if you get to the popsicle room, if you're that kid that he's like, hey, come help me, because he would grab the box. And
apparently,
throw it
everybody's
on you.
favorite color was green.
Those pops were the best.
No, I mean like in general, but those pops were the best. But everybody like the older I get, the more I run into people that be like, "Oh, my favorite color is green." I'm like, when did you become a favorite green color person? You know what I'm saying?
It's important how you are introduced because green is supposed to be like a healthy color, like happiness, peace.
I'm telling you, dog. I remember when I fell in love with green. When I was fucking born.
Whoa. Man, it's all money as a child.
Nah. I didn't see money when I was younger. Money didn't matter to me when I was younger. Money matters now because gotta pay bills and gotta do this and gotta do that.
Gotta do this. Gotta do that's a new song. Gotta do this. Gotta do that. Shit where
she said, "Hola, ¿cómo estás?" I said, "Konnichiwa." Is it about in my bench? I said, "Benjamara." This is how I say, and I say, "Nabule."
That might be too on the ball.
Nah, we don't sound like
on the ball. I think you sound exactly like him.
I think that's racist. I think you're racist, son of a bitch. You definitely see color.
How?
And black wasn't your favorite, huh?
Bro, speaking Spanish, how is he black?
So I'm about to say it's fucking Haitian, Creole, I think.
I don't know. I don't remember that song at all. I was just following what you were singing.
Bonjour is French, I believe. Hola, ¿cómo estás?
Konnichiwa is Spanish.
Konnichiwa was not Spanish. And you fucking know that. Anyways,
I got the Japanese alcohol.
If you're Chinese,
hit me up.
If you're Chinese, specifically Chinese, take a shot. Yeah, we're just gonna randomly do that throughout this month.
If you were born in the past 21 years, take a shot.
I'm sick. Huh?
Wait, what?
I said if my voice sounds a little different than usual, I'm a little sick. What'd you say?
Hey, sick of this shit.
What'd you say?
I said if you were born in the last 21 years, take a shot. But that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. So if you were born
in
2004, take a shot.
Yeah, but I said in the last. So like if you're like 15,
if you're 15, don't take a shot.
If you're 15, don't take a shot with this guy.
Don't take a shot.
I know you got access to your mother's liquor cabinet.
But if you're 16, don't take a shot and drive.
Oh, hell yeah.
But if you're 16 and you're not driving, take a shot. Fuck it. If you got it readily available in your kitchen, and you're not going anywhere for the night, one ain't gonna hurt you. But just one. Don't overdo it. Don't start trying to have a fun night like you're 21. You're not 21. Save that for when you get to 21 because when you do it when you're young, you do it and you can't really fully maximize it. So once you get to 21, it's like, why would I do it? I did it when I was 16 or I did it when I was 17. And they don't see fun anymore. And then you turn 21 and it's like you're doing other shit where you're doing what the 24-year-olds are doing. And the only issue there is you're aging like a motherfucker. Like you think you wrinkly. You think you get wrinkly at 31. You get wrinkly when your body start acting way more mature than it is. In your mindset and your heart and you know what I'm saying? And then plus if you smoke cigarettes, you're fucked. Nigga, you just might as well just fucking start writing on your casket.
Smoke cigarettes, hit me up.
Don't smoke cigarettes ever. I hate vapes, but if you gonna do something that ain't gonna have you fucking looking 55 at 32. And then everybody like to make the joke, oh, I want to die early. I don't want to get old. Well, smoke cigarettes. You'll be dead by 55. Anywho, Green. Irish
There's
spring
some
green.
9-year-olds that still smoke,
9-year-olds are weird though.
but they're normally ethnic. Like they're normally like Spanish from some tribe. And they're like it's like a culture where it's like old grandma's like, no, I smoke this and that's how I'm alive.
Huh?
Because you get a 95-year-old white lady that's still smoking. And it's like,
This is out the mud. This is
they know what I'm talking about. If you Chinese, hit me up.
if you know what he's talking about, take a shot.
Yeah, we did actually figure out though why that Power Rangers movie fucking flopped, and we're gonna tell you about that today on the next episode of Bugs About the Grill. Yeah, man. I want you to talk about the director thing, but before you talk about the director thing, because it does apply to why this thing failed.
I was gonna dive right into it.
I'm gonna briefly summarize a good amount of the movie.
Okay.
Because we were rambling. I'm gonna catch y'all up. Thank you. Excuse me.
This is what I'm telling you. Once we get that Patreon number, y'all can watch it with us. Then you're probably gonna get the majority of what we're saying on the podcast in that actual.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun though. That's gonna be exciting.
Once that set up, dog, and y'all fucking with us.
We get a whole studio at that point.
Now, Noah got me drinking this motherfucking shit on this podcast, and I'm probably going on tangent like 3-4 times.
Oh yeah, this is going to be a little tipsy episode.
So if you like movies, take a shot.
And if you like boobies, take a shot. If you like dick, take a shot.
Go ahead.
Pick it up.
I ain't picking that shit up.
Pick it up.
Hey, you pick that shit up, nigga.
Well, this is unrelated.
You finished that one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, nah, he a drunk.
Nah, you going too fast.
He an alcoholic for real.
You going too fast.
I'm getting a little tipsy.
And you know what my mom said? She said to me multiple times.
I'm getting a
Don't eat your calories. Or what?
Don't drink your calories.
Don't drink your calories. Don't eat the liquid. Don't let your calories be from liquids. And I said, okay.
Hey, but when you're drinking beer, it ain't nothing but carbs.
Yeah, my mom, she don't like beer.
Your dad does.
My dad does. He be drinking that piss beer. Folgers. And he'd be like, I just need one. And then as a kid, I was like, my mom would be like, hey, Dad, stop drinking. Like, don't. Like, if there was a beer in the fridge, she'd be like, you bought this beer? And he's like, yeah. And she's like, why are you buying this? And then I was like, yeah, a beer is scary. And I think he let me try one at like 16. And I either did or I said, nah, I'm good. That one don't look like it tastes that good. And then now that I'm drinking every once in a while, every couple months, when I'm drinking a beer, I'm like, obviously the beer is fucking nothing.
Yeah.
And my dad, I've probably never been drunk in his life because he's just getting 1 or 2 beers and it chills him out. But I know the whole goal of that, they had a good dynamic where she was like, just don't drink too much.
Yeah.
And he never did.
Yeah.
But he used to, I'm just outing him right now. I know one of his meals before he went vegan was a bottle of wine and a rotisserie chicken.
A bottle of wine?
I think so.
And a rotisserie chicken? Like a whole ass rotisserie chicken?
Yeah. Bro is the most vegan man I know.
Hey, this is out the mud.
It is out the mud.
No,
now that his vegan food now looks like it came out the mud. Like, that shit look disgusting.
No, our next video is gonna be something else. But the video after that, we're gonna the next podcast we're gonna be eating a whole rotisserie chicken and drinking a whole bottle of wine.
Damn, that's fire! Yeah, and I'm gonna send that to my dad.
I'm trying to tell you, come on now. I'm gonna be bibbed
crazy,
up, nigga.
Crazy part is my dad would love to be on this podcast with us. Talk about all types of shit.
And I'm over here, nigga.
Yeah, and he's like, nah, we ain't like that.
Nah, but that's fucking, man.
And I guess
I'm so serious though. We might this next podcast. We might literally.
nah,
have
that's not a
fucking
bad idea.
rotisserie chicken, right?
Maybe like half and half. Yeah, yeah.
You want to share rotisserie chicken?
Like,
I'm a grown ass man. You trying to share rotisserie chicken with me, nigga? You want to get your own rotisserie chicken
So
and your own bottle
You're
of
gonna
wine?
drink a whole bottle of wine by yourself.
Yeah, you're gonna drink your own bottle of wine.
No, I'm not doing
This is the experience.
Now, if it was an experience, we gotta have white bread, fake tofurkey.
No. I'm talking about
Brown
before
gravy.
before the vegan.
Before vegan,
Yeah, that's straight. That rotisserie chicken and wine.
all right, then we gotta like go harass some people then or something.
All right.
If we want the real my dad experience. My dad
All right,
said,
back. But let's lock back in. Power Rangers.
yeah.
Go ahead and get in a synopsis. All
All right. If you made it this far in the video, you deserve to know what the fuck the title is about. Maybe at the start of these videos, I'll just start putting the timestamps. Like, hey, we actually started talking about the movie here.
Yeah.
I did that in the last one, so let me know if that helps.
Yeah. We do start to ramble. But if you enjoy the rambling, enjoy the little itty bitty shit we be doing, then hey, we love you all the more. So just take a shot for that. Yeah. Take a shot. Come on.
Take a shot because
We's not
after this
getting
podcast
drunk
episode,
alone.
me
We's
and
getting drunk
me and him,
together.
we are about to pass out.
Dead ass. This shit ain't making me drunk. This shit's making me sleepy.
Sleep.
But until I'm laid out on the ground, I'ma keep going.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anywho, go ahead, drop it to him. Drop them the synopsis.
All right, I'm gonna try to give you like a realistic
Keep telling you
evolution of this.
this, telling you that.
Power Rangers is a series.
I'm listening.
All right, so back in the day, let's be real. If you don't know what Power Rangers is, back in the day,
then
there
you
was
born
like
in a cave.
This truly, but I understand that a lot of people, it has fallen off to a certain extent. I'll tell you why. Because back in the day, there was a thing called, I think, the legendary Super Saiyan, say something like that. It was like so close to Dragon Ball, like sounding, but it was like
Saint Seiya,
not Saint Seiya,
Saint
and it
Seiya.
wasn't Super Saiyan, but it was like a mash of those. It was like
Super Saint Seiya,
Saiyan something, which just meant like Japanese crazy superheroes.
Yeah.
And that inspired, transformed, founded what the Western known as the Power Rangers, which transformed into the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, which is just a group of...
Wait a minute, you hear that? Cue the music. Go Power Ranger.
Cue the fucking commercial.
Cue.
All right, we back. You just saw that commercial? Mighty Morphin Power Rangers wasn't just a TV show in 1991. It was an awesome toy brand by Hasbro. I think it was Hasbro. This was the time when TV show, cartoon, and toys were like interconnected.
Yeah.
We don't get this time back. But if you do go to the toy aisle in stores, you're
gonna see Power Rangers.
There's a lot of cool stuff now. Like Transformers has some really cool toys. Fortnite has their own toys. Lots of Pokemon. Lots of Bluey. Bluey is everywhere right now in kids cartoons.
Nah, I know a lot of people love Bluey.
Yeah, those awesome.
My one coworker, she
Australians.
loved Bluey. She don't even have a young child anymore. She just be watching it.
I think a part of Bluey is like it heals your inner child.
It must do
because they be having like parent-kid conversations.
She get on that bed.
That
she
you be
older,
wishing you had as a child.
She older. She be watching that bed with her dog.
Bluey's the modern Arthur.
Okay,
that's the best way to explain it.
Okay,
but like way more marketable.
I didn't really fuck with Arthur growing up. I knew about it, but I was never really into it like that. I was never.
Arthur's good as a kid, but also as an adult when you understand the problems they were actually facing.
Mama ain't shit.
Because every day when you walking down the street and everybody that you meet, they want to beat up on your meat.
Okay,
they want to get along with you. When I get along with you, and I get along with you. Arthur's on the street. He's a drug addict and he will meet your father, your mother, and your sister. Never trust another mister. Arthur on the street. Arthur on the street. We talking Power Rangers on the beat. We talking Power Rangers in the street. Tweet. Tommy Oliver in the seat. At the end of the Power Rangers movie, he had a jacket on in the seat.
And that's how you let the beat build, bitch. Yeah, man.
We're talking about Arthur.
Yeah, hey.
Arthur and Power Rangers.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that was cool. Upload down to YouTube short, bitch.
Yeah, man. No,
we don't gotta talk about Power Rangers, man. No, we did.
No, on the real note,
we do have a problem that it's like if we don't do a podcast immediately after the movie, we'll just talk about anything else other than the movie.
I know,
because there's been like the craziest part is 3 days. I guess you might be like this with your best friend. I don't know if you are with your close friends or whatever. 3 days can pass. It's like, dog, we got to catch up on the past year, bro.
What?
But it doesn't make sense.
I'm trying to tell you.
Because we watched a movie like less than 5 days ago or something.
I remember it for being bad. Let me get in. Let me say this. Let me get into it a little bit.
That's really okay. This is the next 20 solid minutes. We talking about Power Rangers, everything. I trust me, guys. If you didn't trust the past 40 minutes,
let's get into specifically how it opened up. How it opened up. This random side character jerked off a cow.
Yeah, get into the open. Yeah, get into the opening. Were you ever a Power Rangers fan?
Okay, let me
like on a scale of 1 to 10 before this movie.
4.
Okay, so as a person that
5, let's say 5, because I didn't dislike it. I just never watched it enough.
Yeah. So
to be like, oh yeah, I'm a fan. Or
as that standard, we need to hear about how you feel about this movie. And then
I'm gonna tell you like this.
We'll talk about
I'll tell you like this.
Why I dislike this movie as an old fan, and then we'll talk about why this movie actually failed, because we discovered some interesting connections from other movies and their directors, their writers, their producers.
Yeah. And
so you can start it off.
For one, the whole jerking off a cow thing, I thought the movie was PG. And then they started it off like that.
We did, yeah. I didn't realize what movie this was. I thought it was going to be a kid's movie. I was wrong. You know, that ain't it was not a problem. I just didn't know.
Yeah, of course. And then secondly, right after that, the most, as he mentioned a couple times, the most in-depth car crash scenes we've seen in quite a while in movies.
Yeah, the biggest pro of the movie is it was like whoever produced it and filmed it was like, ooh, I really like movies and Michael Bay. Let me showcase my skills. And it was done really well.
But it wasn't
cinematography
but it wasn't
wise
done,
was honestly like an A+. At least an A.
But it wasn't
like the most gorgeous thing necessarily ever.
Yeah.
But like what you were just saying, the car crash, there was about 2 to 3 car crashes. And you could tell that whoever made that section was like, I'm such a fan of
car crashes.
Exactly. It was arguably top 5.
It was like they had
car
to
crash
emphasize
scenes
the
in
impacts.
history.
They had to emphasize what's happening within the car when we really wanted to emphasization on the over the topness that Power Rangers actually is, and we didn't get that until the very end of the movie, and that's
which is
effing problem.
Which is one of the things. I'll definitely talk about. That was one of my concerns.
And then let's get into the backstories and the dialogue of this shit, right? So, backstory, we get the Red Ranger's backstory like that. He's our main character.
Tell that, and then tell us how it opened up. So, like, as your perspective as a Power Rangers,
tell us as a Power Ranger savant. I am
savant. Yeah. Tell us what happened because.
Yeah, because look, we get the car crash scene, as we were saying. It was very in-depth. And then right after the car crash scene, we get the quick dialogue between him and his pops. I don't know if it's his real pops. Don't know if it's step pops. That was never clarified or cleared because the initial first conversation felt more like
it's the Red Ranger. Jason Scott, I think.
Yeah. It felt more like a step pop stepping in, but I never seen no mother, so I think it's a real pop, and I don't know where the mother is. I don't know. I ain't go all the way back into the lore of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. I don't know if it's always been a dad-son dynamic there.
That's where I would start messing up because I don't remember a lot of the lore like that, but I do remember their own personality outside of the Ranger suit is sometimes as important as the actual Ranger suit, which they were trying to do a little bit in this movie. Yeah, and we were starting off with the Red Ranger.
Something that I always knew about Power Rangers from when I was watching it when I was younger is that a lot of their personal life blended into their regular life because they are teens. And one thing about teenage life is it's always on the go, always seems hectic. Problems seem more bigger than what they are because they make them bigger than what they are. But that's why it's always felt important to show the personal life alongside the superhero life with anything revolving a teen being a superhero. That's why we gravitate to Peter Parker so much. That's why a lot of us like My Hero Academia, because it's teenage kids being superheroes and then getting put on this grand scale stage and they're not even, quite ready. But it's like they need to step up, that type of energy. But it's like, how do you balance being a regular person while also being super? But yeah, we start getting Jason. What did you say? Jason Scott. We start getting Jason Scott's story off rip.
Which his name is that because this is a direct reboot of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So the characters are like actually rebooted. Same names as the classics. Yeah. Same supposed personality.
Yeah. And I don't know if he was doing a senior prank or
it's a senior.
It's senior prank. Yeah. So I don't think he was getting in trouble for the senior prank. He got in trouble from most likely crashing a car.
Which our senior prank was not even a senior prank really. But everyone put the babies around high school, the little baby dolls.
What the fuck was that?
Were you there when that happened? Or was that sophomore year?
I don't know.
Senior pranks
but that's whack as fuck.
It's whack. Their senior prank, Jason Scott, was to jerk off a cow in the boys' locker room into school and steal it from a local farm.
Yeah.
Our graduation senior prank was taking 500 little tiny babies that I've know. There's someone watching that has definitely done that as well because I think that was like a popular trend.
If you've done that,
and they place them all around school. So it would be weeks, and then teachers would go around and they would find these little babies, like literal naked, tiny, half an inch like babies figurines, just randomly around, stuck on walls, stuck on ceilings. Like I think people
remember that.
I think a bunch of. I guarantee you at least 100 different schools across America has done that. It was like just a stupid little fucking thing. But this one, they were jerking off a cow.
Yeah.
Which arguably is way cooler. But he did go to jail because someone called the cops on him for stealing the cow. He went to jail because I think he hit a car. He was driving away from the cops, which is already the second illegal thing he was doing. And then he hit a parked car.
He didn't hit
totally crashing.
Yeah.
He hit a parked car because
And
he
totaling
was
the
about
car,
to hit a
yeah.
truck.
Yeah.
Went out of the way, hit a parked car, hit through a fence,
And how
drove through a fence.
And how crazy that crash was. I'm surprised he came out unscathed, low key.
And then there was a jump scare car crash where it was the most slow motion, in depth Michael Bay, each glass piece falling into right behind it. That shit was crazy.
It was like some shit you'd see in your class in your not hope class.
Yeah.
But in your driver's ed class. And
Yeah,
they'll
it's
show
like,
you,
here's
they'll be
what not to
if
do.
If you're not driving safely.
And then show a Final Destination cutscene of
A Final Destination cutscene, exactly that.
It was the Michael Bay inspiration might have been wrong for that specific scene.
The directors worked on anything Final Destination.
Yeah, it felt like that scene was inspired by Final Destination. Nobody worked on Final Destination, so it was definitely just inspiration. But as we continued, you were talking about his father. They actually have the story elements of each character's personality in it, but that was also a flaw that concerned us.
Yeah, I was getting there.
So, what was it? What was it like for someone who didn't like? Yeah, what was it like? No, like not fully knowing these characters, because I knew them to a degree.
It was, I mean, not knowing them was exactly that. Not knowing them, I don't know. It made certain things more confusing.
Like, did it make it cool when the other Rangers would pop up, and then it's like, because for me, I was like, so let me jump ahead just a tiny bit. For the Black Ranger, I was like, "Is that
the Black Ranger?"
The whole movie, the whole 40 minutes of the movie, like the first 40 minutes, I was like, "Is that supposed to be the Green Ranger? Is that supposed to be the Black Ranger?" I was confused because I didn't know what they were. I didn't know what they were trying to do.
On top of that,
with these characters, like these reboots,
the whole coin thing threw me off because I'm so used to the phone shit. Like,
oh yeah,
you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, the phone shit's actually kind of fire. I can't even lie. But you're talking about how they actually get into the suits.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Instead of the
I
stones.
didn't even think about that.
Instead of the coins they were talking about. The coins obviously was the dead giveaway on who's who. But before I get too far ahead of myself, I'm gonna go in kind of linear here. So after we're learning about Red Ranger, right? And then he has that whole crash scene, right? He gets put into detention and kicked off the football team where he's the star quarterback. And for some reason he don't like that type of weight on him. He don't like the idea of being a star quarterback and getting into college. For some reason that just didn't sit well with him.
Which was also a little weird because, yeah. You know how Troy Bolton had that problem?
Yeah.
Troy Bolton felt different because it was like we knew he can sing. What can Jason do? Or what can fucking Mr. Scott do?
That was also built in though. It was like initially I feel like High School Musical. We're segueing as like a motherfucker. But I feel like High School Musical was like showing us Zach can play ball and he's very good at playing ball. And then he found music. He found the theater side of this shit.
Yeah.
And he was like, I really like this.
And this
and then it became more and more
fucking. Well, I guess he found Power Rangers.
More and more his truth. But he was already giving up on football before he was even finding the Power Ranger shit.
That shit kind of pissed me off because remember how I looked up what each Ranger kind of like was about, like traditionally?
Yeah.
And you were like, he is not hot-headed at all.
No.
Because we were halfway into the movie. You said, he doesn't seem hot-headed at all because I read off the definition. I was like, oh, it says a Red Ranger is hot-headed typically. And you're like, he doesn't seem like it at all. He just seems like a fucking stupid. He just seemed like that's typical protagonist jock guy that's like, no, I have everything in my life. I don't care. Like, that's not.
And the only time they wrote him hot-headed, wise, was during the scene with
Billy.
not Billy.
Oh,
I don't know why I said it like
Naomi
that.
Scott.
Not Billy. Face on the Wall.
Oh yeah. Okay, the original.
Yeah. For the story, the original Red Ranger.
The guy who played Breaking Bad. The guy who played the guy in Breaking Bad.
If you know Walter White, take a shot.
If you know Walter White, take a shot.
I had a burp. That's why I can't like that.
If you know Walter White, take a shot for me. Walter White is in this movie. I forgot his name. He inspired.
And he's giving all the Power Rangers crack.
Something Cranston. Something Cranston. Who apparently who inspired the Blue Ranger's name, who was also a character
Cranston.
He was two villain characters in the original.
Hey,
I
bro,
think.
you're getting ahead.
Sorry, my bad.
You're getting ahead, bro.
I'm dropping the low on you.
Anywho, they get into detention, and and the first scene we get is him chilling by the fucking water fountain as Naomi Scott's character is walking by looking like a piece of fine shit. Something you want to break off a pita bread and eat. I ain't never had pita bread in my life, but man, in this instance,
You haven't? Why did that make me loud? I love pita bread.
But you know what I mean. And she paid him no attention. She just walked straight into the detention room.
Hey,
he walked
my
in right
apologies.
behind
Naomi Scott is beautiful.
her. And Naomi Scott is gorgeous.
What a
if you
what
think
an
Naomi
awesome
Scott
actress.
is ugly, don't take a shot. No. If you think she's gorgeous, take a shot.
If you think she's ugly, take a shot. If you think she's gorgeous, take a shot.
I don't know what I'm gonna say.
I don't know how people feel. I'm talking before Aladdin even. I was a big fan. Lemonade Mouth, fucking stand up.
So
lemonade stands, stand up. Lemonade heads.
Oh yeah, if you like Lemonade Mouth, take a shot.
Dude, that's gotta be our like
How many shots y'all taking
1,000 sub special Lemonade
Wait, hold
Mouth.
How many shots
How
have
many
y'all
shots have you
taken
taken
so
so
far?
far?
Catch up, nigga.
21.
If you ain't drunk right now with us, then you ain't enjoying the podcast. Now get to drinking.
Yeah, to enjoy this podcast.
Unless
you
you're
gotta be drunk.
15, 16, 17, 18. 18, you're grown, but like, if you're trying to go somewhere tonight, I suggest you do not drink. And that's for all ages. Today, I suggest you do not drink.
Tonight.
And you pause this video right where it is, and you continue this later where you're not going anywhere with a group of friends, and you watch this podcast and you all drink together. Because drinking alone sucks. But you won't be drinking alone because you're drinking with us.
Hey. Don't make me drink alone. You
It's
know
the
that
best day.
That's a movie reference.
Is it?
You know the girl.
Anywho,
you know
we're
the
talking about Power Rangers.
You know the lady who's like, I made you shit pie. In the Help movie, I shit in that pie. You know that?
Nah, I ain't
And
gonna
she
lie.
got the eyes, and she's like a little short. The black lady.
Black lady?
Yeah, she's in another movie where she's like killing kids or something.
Nah, I know that movie.
And she goes, "Don't make me drink alone."
I know what you're talking about.
My sister.
I know what you're talking about.
I'm actually glad you know what I'm talking about. If
Yeah,
you
I know what
actually
you're talking
seen that clip or something, because my sister will. Don't make me drink alone. And that shit is the funniest shit ever. I'll have to show you that clip later. If you know, you know.
I know exactly. If you know
Mama.
that,
That's what it's called.
Yeah. If you know that movie, take a shot.
Yeah. If you've seen a black person before, take a shot.
What the fuck?
I know some of you haven't.
On Black History Month is crazy. But on Black History Month, and you like
Isn't
black
it Pride
people,
Month?
it's Black History
Okay.
Month. Don't make me come across your jaw.
Don't make me come across your jaw alone. Black history, my favorite month.
If you love black people, take a shot. If you don't love black people, kill yourself.
Yeah, if you listen to Society, Martin Luther King was in color. He wasn't black and white.
Martin Luther King had a dream.
Martin Luther Cream.
Anyway, let's get back into the fucking Power Rangers and our introduction into the best character of the movie, Billy Cranston.
Boom. I'm glad you agree.
Because
they did that shit right.
They wrote, he was the only fucking thing they actually wrote well. I don't know if he improv'd and that's what really made the difference, but he was the only thing that was well written in that entire movie.
If you chat GPT this movie and said, what's the best part of this fucking movie, they wouldn't even tell you how awesome they made this Billy Cranston version. If I had a certain amount of coins left to give to movie characters that I loved, and I only had a certain amount, I feel like I would give it to this fucking, I almost said Benny, this Billy character, because not only was his actor solid, but it felt like the only, which I'll let you get into, it felt like the only well-written character in this movie. And there were some solid actors in this movie. I can't even lie. There was like across the board solid actors. But whoever wrote for Billy and this actor took what he had, where I feel like the other actors took what they had and they did their best with it, the Billy one really worked. And then how they introduced him, I actually forgot.
He was he's doing that OCD shit. You can view it as OCD. But he was messing with his pencils and he was just making sure they were all in order. And then the bully kid pulled up and he was like, you've been doing this every day. And he dropped his pencils on the ground. He picked it up. He was like, oh, you want it? And he snapped that shit. He was laughing. He's like, tight shit. You feel me? You like that?
Yeah, I like
you like
that.
that? That's just like him.
I like that. You might have to cover my boner.
Come on, cuz. Keep it in your pants, man. You didn't have to say that out loud. Keep it to your motherfucking self.
Anyway, about Billy. High school Billy.
And then right after that, Jason Scott said, you stay away from me and you stay away from him. And he smacked the shit out of that motherfucker. And that motherfucker was like, did you just slap me? That's when I knew this shit was going to be ass. Did you just slap me?
That was funny because he like went to punch him, right? And he dodged. Jason dodged.
Yeah.
So this bully went to punch Red Ranger. Dude,
it was
dodged,
terrible.
And he was like this,
too.
And then he slapped him. Like he literally just comedically slapped his face. And like, the bully was like,
did you just slap me?
He goes,
yeah,
I did.
I did.
He goes, oh. And they had to write that like purposely for that because we were there like, wait, what? Like, wait, I thought it was going to be like some stereotypical cliche punch.
If you
knock him down or something.
If they made it more comedic though, like their jokes at points and times didn't land. But I think it was because it was written and directed a certain way. Like the way it was written was probably implied to be jokeful more. And so when they wrote Billy's jokes, he actually know how to deliver his jokes.
Yeah. But for
other
everyone
actors,
else,
maybe not.
It was delivered and the shot was paced as it wasn't a joke.
Yeah.
Which is one of the main problems of the movie. Which is why, I think what you said, Billy worked so well because with how they paced him and they filmed him and how he delivered, if he did make a joke, it was like how you should do a joke in a serious movie. There was no like comedic timing. This is not like a comedy movie.
No, well, the comedic timing. Comedic timing.
He was the only one who actually had it, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if you have a movie like this is an action movie. Comedy is not like something that's on the forefront unless it's become so cliche. Like comedy in most action movies are just, you could almost predict what the joke would be. And there is a cool convenience to the art of it. Like, oh, this is a good setup. This is a good punchline. This is a good, effective result.
But for the most part, with comedy in movies, it's like finding a beat in a rap song. Or, it's like rapping and then finding your punchline in a rap song is the same way you find a comedic timing in a movie.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that until I actually looked back at, like, my writing and shit and how I write, because I also rap a lot, and a lot of my comedic shit, those kind of intertwines within my rap shit. That's why a lot of people think rappers are funny.
Yeah, I mean, a big part of movies,
and that's why a lot of rappers try
is
comedy. That's why a lot of rappers, like, they just try it. I'm not saying they're like, oh, they're on the comedian, level of Chappelle, and I'm not saying Chappelle's on the level of Eminem, but I'm saying it's like it's intertwined. Like if Chappelle wrote like a fucking poem, motherfucker, you can rap most poems. You just got to find the right feng shui to it, the right beat to it.
And a lot of the best comedy, but writing centric comics can write serious shit.
Exactly.
Which is the same, comedy, which is why you
comedy blends with a lot of shit.
Yeah,
that's why Jordan Peele's so good in horror. Comedy blends in, comedy timing and horror timing blends in so well.
It also blends in well because this is, if you ever like making videos or YouTube videos, the number one thing I use in my videos, if you haven't seen my other channel, I'll try to link both channels in the description below. But the number one rule, like, this is the most cliche thing that I follow in every video. If you want to have a joke land just 1% harder, you cut the song. You cut the audio. Audio is like, if you're doing like a comedy, video, movie type of thing, you cut the audio or you change the shot to, it's almost like saying in an appropriate way, because sometimes this can backfire, but to the audience, hey, this is where this would be funny. It's kind of like a signal. Yeah. Sometimes you can tell when someone's about to do that, and it fucking sucks. But for example,
but tone matters. Tone matters.
It's exactly
how you.
It's exactly
deliver.
It's all. It's, to me, that comedy stuff is all audio. It's like how the tone is. If it's not music, like in a video, if it was a song and I cut the song at like the joke, air quotes, if it's like, it's not even necessarily a joke, but it's more like the silly part. But for me, in like a real comedy show, that would be the audience like listening. Or the truth, to make it more effective.
Exactly. My emphasis was this. The setup, I gave the beat and I gave the fun sounding words. That was the setup. The punchline hit when nothing was there. That was on purpose. The emphasis was there on purpose, so you emphasize what that part was and whether or not it hit for you. Because that's why comedians are often in that light of, yeah, bro, give me another drink, I'm getting fucked up.
Which means
getting to that point where with comedians, they're often either very laughed at, or like they're laughing at the joke, or they're taken very fucking seriously, because the truth can be funny.
The truth is the most hilarious.
When people gotta admit to it, or admit that they have a disdain for that specific truth, is when it becomes serious to them. It's like, it ain't funny no more. Why? Because it applied to you.
Yeah, and
but some people don't laugh off their pain. Some people, or a lot of people now, they take it and they regurgitate it into something that's more foul than what initially happened. They make it bigger than what it seems because they felt like they were attacked and they're being hurt.
Taking offense to it.
Yeah, when entirely it was meant for a joke, but because it's so close to the truth, you can't take it. You can't see it as a joke. And people, like that famous line from that famous movie. You can't handle the truth.
Bro, fucking Grok. If I ask Grok, hey, what's that famous line from that famous movie? They would just say that shit back like, oh, the famous line from the famous movie is you can't handle the truth.
But if you you know what I'm saying? Context clues that shit. You did.
It's all context clues.
But
so to bring it back,
I ain't gonna lie, you might have to hold this shit down. I gotta piss.
Go pee.
Alright.
I'll explain some Power Rangers stuff. He kissed you, by the way. He didn't have his mic up, but man, talking to no mic.
Hey, if you kiss back,
Don't make my mic sick.
if you kiss back, take a shot.
If you kiss back, you're gay, which is fine. Bro is drunk, bro. He's drunk off of like 2 drinks. I don't ever drink, so the fact that I am now, I can start to feel it in my eyes, and slowly into the back of my head, and it starts to buzz my mouth a little bit, but I don't feel it in my heart because this isn't like whiskey or anything. But it starts to slur and slow my words just a little bit, just because I'm so relaxed and I'm so stressed normally. To refer it back to that scene that just V mentioned, the whole slap wasn't that funny when I feel like it really should have been, was because they used that comedic timing, that context, and that audio visual cue wrongly. They kind of just stayed on the shot, and then they changed to like the bully, and it's like, did you really slap me? And it went to the Red Ranger, and it was like, yeah, I did. It was like a poorly executed version of that cliche, that comedic timing. If it did it a little more in-depthly, like he slapped him, it stood on the shot for a second, and then it changed to Billy, and then he went like did you just slap him? And then it changed to both of them back to the same shot, like the same shot we were already familiar with. And it said, yeah, I did. It might have been a lot different. Yeah. See, this is why I don't drink, because I just start not thinking. Like, there's no thoughts in my head anymore, when normally there's like a million. And that's the end of the movie, you know? I didn't talk shit about the movie, bro. All my thoughts are gone.
All right. So, anyways, as I was saying,
bro, I can't drink no more. The moment I get a tiny bit of alcohol, it's like my stress is gone. Sure, I'm not even tipsy, but because tipsy to me is when I start to feel it in my body. I don't feel it in my body. I feel it in my head. Okay, brother. I'm out. Refill it. There's any shot I would say the N-word would be. It would be when I'm fucking. It would be when I'm drunk. I'm saying it on camera. If there's any shot of me saying a really bad slur or something, it's when I'm drunk on camera. So just know that I don't mean that shit.
Right. Hey, by the end of this podcast, I'm going to be in the camera. No.
And then on that, I'm going to edit in post, and I'm going to voice over that part and say it. I'm not doing that.
Speaking of Arthur, he's going to edit over, and he's going to be, I'm not a knitter. I'm not a knitter.
No, that's funny. That's tough.
Anyways, that's how you use comedic timing.
That's
right
tough.
there. Oh, that was just a joke? You don't know the difference, you silly fuck.
I don't think I should talk anymore.
Anywho, back to what I was saying. Billy Cranston.
No, can you? Yeah, go through all the Rangers because I'm gonna get another drink.
All right, bring me one too, please.
Dog's an alcoholic.
This is the first time I drunk in years. Anywho, all right. So I don't know what he said in the meantime, between time, but Billy Cranston is the next character we see, and he's the Blue Ranger. And he's this very nerdy kid that blows up shit on accident and on purpose. But he's the one that initially found the coins. Actually, he's the main reason why all these niggas are Power Rangers. Because his tragic backstory, his pops passed away, and him and his pops used to go on these treasure hunts almost. Like on some Nathan Drake shit for real. Just more local.
More loco.
Local, not loco. Bro, you gotta stop drinking, bro. You just tweaking, bro.
Nah, like I really don't be drinking like that, so this shit hurts.
Nobody be drinking like that no more.
Nah, you be drinking.
I haven't drunk like this.
I saw you drinking and driving earlier.
Cat. Don't drink and drive. I'm serious.
Don't do that, please.
I'm not even being. It's not a comedic joke. Nothing. Like every time I said don't drink and drive because you're under this age, I was being slightly serious about. Hey, take a shot or two. You're 16, 17, whatever. You're getting older. Taste it and realize it tastes like ass. Because when you realize when you're 16 and 17 that you don't like the taste of beer or you don't like the taste of liquor, then you tend to not drink it. And do it when you're by yourself. Don't do it not when you're by yourself. Don't do it at a party because people are going to convince you like, oh, that's that good shit. It's the good shit. Yeah, nobody drinks it for the flavor anyway. Nah, bro. Just admit to yourself what it is right then and there and admit to yourself that either you're going to fuck with it or you're not going to fuck with it. And if you end up fucking with it, do it responsibly. Don't drive. Don't go out fucking with people. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't go out. Don't drink because you fucking angry and then go put out your anger on whoever's next to you. Don't go and be toxic, man. Don't be that person. Don't be a toxic person, man.
Man, it's gonna make me cry, man.
Because doing that, being
I want to be toxic.
Being that type of person, being a toxic person really drains people. You know what I'm saying? And then you hit close to the end of your life, and I'm talking 30, nigga, because you're gonna die when you're 30 if you're a toxic person. Yeah. Newsflash: you die when you're 30 when you're toxic. So change your ways.
It's an instant too. Once the New Year's hit, it doesn't happen on your birthday. Once the New Year's hit, you fucking combust.
No, but seriously,
you bust in your pants first, and then you fucking explode.
But seriously.
Hey man, I went to the mall today.
By the time you're 30, you're gonna be wondering why the fuck you have no friends. Why the fuck nobody talks to you?
Damn, what are we talking about? I feel like I just zoned back in, and then I heard that's why you got no friends.
That's what it is, though. Like you drink, you become a drunk, and you become an aggressive drunk. Like not a fun drunk. You become an aggressive drunk. Even being a fun drunk, if you go out to your friends and you tell your friend, "Oh, I'm the fun drunk," you're getting drunk too much. All right, scale back that. You don't need to be drunk all the time. Be sober sometimes. Take a couple things seriously. You don't need to be a fun drunk. You don't need people loving you all the time. You just need to be the best you can possibly fucking be. All right.
You know, now I'm thinking we should rechange this video to we watched Power Rangers drunk, and then we make a separate video saying why this movie failed, because I can't even think today.
No, I got it. I'm on point.
We already 1 hour half in.
Anywho, Billy Cranston. I just not repeat.
We in an hour and like 20 minutes in, and we got to the second Ranger out of the goddamn. How many there are?
No, okay. So yeah, so he found the coins and shit, They all become Power Rangers. There's a reason I'm not mentioning the join of them, because it took us 50 minutes, maybe to an hour, before we get our backstory from any other Ranger.
It was actually crazy because I remember us pausing the movie at about 50 minutes, and we said, I don't even know these fucking characters.
I don't know.
We didn't know
they
Yellow.
Gave us Zach. They gave us Kimberly.
We didn't know
Kimberly,
Yellow or Black Rangers. Nothing about
Kimberly, but we knew nothing about Kimberly.
Yeah, they
other
showed
than
us
the fact
nothing.
that she punched somebody's fucking tooth out.
And you know, Kimberly.
Only the
pink,
fact that she beat up men.
The iconic pink.
What's up with
Ranger.
you women and loving the fact that y'all can beat up men? Y'all think y'all got some type of ego going on there? Is that y'all like to puff out your chest? Oh, I beat up men. No, you beat up a nigga that didn't want to fight you back. That's what you beat up. Fight a nigga that actually want to put them paws on you.
Yeah.
No, I'm not talking no little boy. I'm not talking about your little
Him.
brother. I'm talking about a dude that actually don't give a fuck and want to put them paws on you, because it's gonna be a one-sided battle. You ever seen an MMA fighter versus a regular nigga? That's what it would look like. You're the regular nigga, and he's the MMA fighter.
Drop a comment if you want to see a tour of our background.
Yeah, we got some dope shit back here. But yeah, that's the only thing we got about fucking Kimberly, fucking beating up men and shit. And then the last one was Trina.
Dude,
was
the
it
women conversation.
or Trini? Trini?
Straight to back to Power Rangers.
Hey, Yellow Flash was Mexican before she was Asian, so I don't know why niggas was like trying to say it was racist. It wasn't really racist.
Oh, there was a controversy back then.
There was a heavy controversy, but like at the same time, I took some type of comfort in the fact that they were representing.
Is that crazy to say? I feel like oh my god.
But
you know what I hate
people
more
feel
than
like
racist? Fake racist.
You know what I hate more than fake racists? Fake woke. Fake woke people.
Nah, I was thinking
fake
about this the other
woke
day.
members.
Cancel me if I'm crazy.
Because what?
I hate people that are like, I hate racist. But like deep down, bruh, come on, bruh. If you saw an Indian guy and you thought something different, you're the problem. Because, hear me out. Hear me out.
Yeah.
I'm a white man. To me, I've seen so many of them on the movies. I don't care. But every time I talk to someone that's not on the internet and they have their culture or color or feelings or understandings represented even in a respectful but maybe so stereotypical way on the screen, the only people getting offended are the other white people, not the actual people that they got represented by. Did anyone actually get offended that the Asian woman, a beautiful woman by the way, R.I.P., was represented as the yellow Power Ranger? Now,
I genuinely.
how many white American people got offended more than actual Chinese, Japanese, those regional Asian people got offended?
I think genuinely though, I would have been more upset if every Ranger was white.
That's what I'm, right?
Yeah.
Why is it now? This is also a different problem. If a racist white older man said, I need to hire an Asian girl for the Yellow Ranger role, that is a problem in itself.
Yeah.
If the Power Rangers are made because it is a Japanese company,
Yeah.
and they said, I would like this Asian woman representative
To represent,
as this
yeah.
Ranger role. The Yellow Ranger, which is supposed to be rebellious, cool, athletic, that's her personality trait most of the Yellow Rangers throughout the generation.
And not just looking at color.
Is
Y'all just really looking at color of this shit. Y'all go, oh, Yellow Ranger.
that whose fault is it actually?
Exactly.
Yeah, for looking at that color.
Exactly.
The viewers,
but look at the
or
meaning of what the fucking
people.
character is supposed to be, though. Look at the meaning of what the Yellow Ranger is supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Do they personify that? Whether it's Asian or not, don't complain. Are they personifying that character? The problem isn't the fact that she was Asian. The problem is y'all overshadowed the Asian part over the character.
Now, were we there in the 90s watching this live?
No.
Fuck no.
No, we weren't. We weren't.
Are we here looking back at it retrospectively?
How many Black Rangers we got out there? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my Black Rangers, and I'm not talking the suit up Black Rangers. I'm talking skin tone.
And that's the other part of the equation. When there were Black Rangers, Black people as Rangers, they were some of the best Rangers. Now, that was actors written, whatever specific, but they didn't lock them in to the specific role because these head ups thought, oh, this is all this person can do. It was, oh, this guy can be a good Red Ranger, and that was it. So I don't fully understand.
I feel like
maybe there was something that I was missing when I would always read about the controversy with that Asian actress as that Ranger.
And Asians go through a lot, man. Well, now I don't know about now. I don't know about now. You don't know about certain shit until some years pass by, and then you get hit with a fact check, like, oh no, this is what actually happened. But in the 90s, though,
this is why, like, almost concentrated, like, American white people get so offended because they don't realize that so many cultures and all these other races have been through also as bad shit as the previous generations did in America. Mm-hmm. They don't really understand that, which is why they get offended, because a lot of older white people will think, hey, the Power Ranger thing is a problem because this and this. Oh, I'm the one saving them because I'm pointing out this and this.
That's also why a lot of, like, racist things that people don't realize are racist, when we call it racist, they think we're like going overboard. It's like you gave me this context. Like, don't get me wrong, there is a good amount of us that be like, that just find whatever reason to be like, oh, you just said that because I'm black, or you just said that because I'm Mexican, or you just you know, there's a fair amount of us that do that for no reason. But there's also a thin line there, because that line is easily crossed a lot of times. And y'all, I won't say you, but like white people, a lot of white people don't tend to realize the line has been crossed. So when we go and be like, yo, you really, doing a lot, and it's borderline racist, and they look at us and go, what was racist about it?
Yeah.
And we break it down, and you still don't realize it. And it's like, what analogy can I give you to somebody who's never experienced racism?
I think the interesting part is they don't think that, because they're like, oh, how is that racist? Because I don't hate you.
Yeah, I don't hate you. I'm not whipping you,
you
in the
racist
back
because you hate me.
And
you
then
are racist because you think differently about
me. I think it's the fact of, like, also what I just gave, like, for the example, how am I racist if I'm not whipping you in the back? The fact that you think that racism comes with a form of the extreme, like whipping somebody in the back,
that's a crazy
the
part
problem.
in itself.
I'm not saying tiptoe around every race, but I'm just saying, like, know what you're saying, know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Which means, yeah, exactly. Think about what you're saying. Not just think about what you're saying. Think about why you are saying that, because racism isn't a thing that is like born into somebody. It's not a thing like,
but it's definitely how you are raised.
But it's
I definitely
embedded
think that
in a
is-
society. That's why
Yeah.
they say societal racism. The only difference is if I was born as a caveman and JV was born as another caveman and we met each other for the first time, there's a 50-50. I would either immediately want to be his friend or immediately want to kill him, and him vice versa to me, not because he is that different, but because he is a different person and we are cavemen,
and we've
and
never
it is
met
down
before.
to that. And it's not because society told me that he is the one that is a problem versus him, I am the one that is a problem. It is, no, I don't know who he is, he's an enemy. It's down to his inner workings of his blood, not the fact that he was born this way, blah blah, that I was born in a fucking mansion this way, whatever people think is
But if
the
you
societal
live,
norm.
if you live in an aisle and in a place where you believe you have no equal, then you will never come to a consensus when you are standing across somebody, black, white, whomever. You're standing across from them and you genuinely don't believe you are an equal. You will never see the form of racism you can, protrude.
Yeah, because equality isn't being born with the same opportunities. It's being born with a chance to feel the same way about the world around you and to grow up into the chance to have equal opportunities. People don't really truly think that to get an opportunity is to have a chance. Where people don't have to have that chance to get that opportunity, other people will. That's where the inequality will like really, really happen. Which is actually, I think, why Power Rangers is always so good as a kid, because I saw Green Ranger, and once he had the Green Ranger suit on, I didn't think nothing else about the world.
Just Green Ranger.
I thought Green Ranger, Green Ranger isn't, even though the actor is fucking awesome, what seems like such an awesome dude. I didn't think once he turned got the Green Ranger suit on, I didn't think, dude, oh man. Now I'm a white guy, so obviously I won't think exactly like that, but I didn't think, wow, this white guy is awesome. No, I did think this guy is fucking awesome because he's rowdy, he's cool, he's rebellious, he's offbeat, he's interesting. He is the Green Ranger, which is
who he is.
What I hoped.
Character.
Yes, which is what I hoped maybe some Asian kid would say, ooh, Yellow Ranger, she is... But she is intellectual, she is smart, she is awesome, she is athletic, she is powerful. Mm-hmm. And I know underneath the suit, she is like me. In media, it isn't portrayed often like that. That is the bonus, not necessarily just the takeaway.
But
for everyone.
It was also an example of like that is anime. Anime is the biggest example of that shit. Like I seen some shit today was like it was like saying how Vegeta's struggle was the closest. It's like one of the closest things to like, real life struggle, because it was just watching, people achieve things that he always thought he had. Like that was his purpose, shit like that. And somebody in the comment section was like, oh, okay, so a murderer. We're relating to a murderer. I immediately, back in my head, I was like, bitch, if all you can take from this is him killing, which, yes, he has done it and he's done it a lot. But if all you can take from this media specifically that has deeper, in-depth writing for this character and for this world, all you can take from it is he's a murderer. Why would I want to relate to a murderer? Fictional character, by the way.
In a world where it is not like America at all.
Exactly. And what he was raised in. He is in a warrior race. Obviously, this could be rage bait. It could just be rage baiting, because people love to do that shit. But but like he's in a warrior race. So from the moment he was born, he was told, you got to go out, you got to fight people, you got to conquer their planet. We're gonna sell the planet because that's how we know how to
The
survive.
dog is doing what he's told. Like,
Exactly, that's what he knows. So to us, that seem that that value almost value every life because we have so much shit in our history and so much shit in our present, and we can't act like shit ain't presently already still fucked. But with so much shit that our world has gone through and the metamorphosis it is, and it's still revolving, and it's ever changing. There's so many different ideas thrown out in the world, so many different minds convolulating, and so many different things that are happening. But prospectively, we will always look at Vegeta as a murderer. But prospectively, Vegeta will, in their world, in his point of view, he has never done a wrong thing by his own saying.
yeah, in their world,
Heritage.
is what a murderer to us in America. What is that to their world?
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
that is such a far different. A murderer to us in America is,
That's the same form
to
of
me,
like,
what I saw Frieza as doing, like mass genocide,
exactly.
but like with his intention, not necessarily. No one ever says the average Texan man who someone walked into their house and they shot him. They don't talk to him like he's a murderer.
I'm not saying it's okay. I'm not saying murdering, like him being a murderer is like, oh, but it's Vegeta. It's okay.
Yeah,
No.
but if the legally the guy in Texas can't shoot the guy in his house, Vegeta in his world has to fight and kill people to
Exactly.
fucking live as his own race.
Exactly.
But if they're gonna say he's a murderer, I see the murderer in America like I do. I saw
Exactly.
Frieza in that movie,
It's
in the
like-
Broly movie that we watched, where he went to a whole planet and then he wants to destroy it all
Hello,
because
monkeys.
he hates that race.
Exactly.
If they're comparing
he more feared that race than hate. He hated
That's
it,
all.
of course, but
That's almost half of why people hate
exactly.
anyone, right?
Fear. But yeah, and it's also around the basis of like, fuck. I know.
I hate those. It's a good trope, but the insecure leaders, I hate the real ones that want to kill and be racist and have that inequality because they fear that those people can easily take over them and having that power.
Yeah.
That's why I never see that. That's weird that if that's one of the reasons why people would hate Vegeta, that's just like,
I don't know. That comment
like,
really.
what are you really thinking about when you see Vegeta?
But in depthly, it's what I wanted to really get to is this is a very fictional character in a very fictional world. We
Yeah.
can't do any of these things remotely. And the thing you decided to relate to or bring up was the fact that he's a murderer when the only things we can't actually relate to, because how he murders people is with either his bare hands or with energy blasts that we can't fucking do. So
Yeah, that's crazy.
So the only areas in which we can relate to is when he's on Earth and going through the troubles of accepting he isn't the strongest, accepting that he needs to become this other person.
He was doing a lot of that shit not on Earth.
Exactly.
So there was no regular civilian.
Grinding to the point of his body failing and breaking. Those are the points we can relate to because those are the points we could understand. Everything else is a story. Take it for the story. But the part in where you need to relate.
Best friend or rival or
Both.
companion.
But hold up. Companion as in like they just work together?
Companion is like trusted ally, not necessarily have to be best friend.
I would say best friend rival. Because
So what? Because like if that guy is like
but
in a
but
company
Goku's
to
also
someone like Goku with that seems more pure of heart, why would that be a bad guy?
Yeah. But it's also around the same staple of like everybody makes mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes.
Everyone has those
Everybody
days.
has-
Hey,
I heard
if you
man my
get,
tennis
if you
coming
get
out.
into the, I heard that too. If you get into this far in this video,
Take a shot.
I promise. Take it. I promise you, me, us, we're gonna make a separate video because now this is really inspiring me to make a separate video where we justify the actual accurate details of why the Power Rangers movie went wrong.
Mm-hmm.
This podcast ain't gonna be fully that. It's still. I'm still gonna title it something about Power Rangers, but
we did.
when you
hella
get a couple
segue.
drinks in us, and we've only seen the Power Rangers movie a couple of days ago, it
Yeah.
isn't going to be as detailed heavy as
I
you
do
are
want to
gonna
say.
want it.
I do want to
We
say
are-
this though.
I'm down. I'm down to make a separate video if you want to see that. I'll try to link it whenever it's out.
I will say this though. 2017 Power Rangers. It had its points where we were like, "Oh shit, this is what we came to see," but it wasn't enough of those points of like what we wanted to see. It was a lot of poor, like, what is it? When you talking dialogue, there's a lot of poor dialogue.
Yeah,
a lot of poor dialogue, and a lot of poor directions they decided to emphasize on.
which is like we've been watching essentially a movie
Every time
or
Zach
so
talked,
every
I was
every
fucking.
week.
I was trying to figure out whether he was talking in broken English or actual English. I was
Yeah,
like,
the Black Ranger.
what the hell's happening?
Black Ranger was a confusing rebooted character.
I'm black. No, you're not. But I am. You know
That shit was funny.
that shit was funny. That's why I remember it.
That
But,
was
like,
that nod to that that whole controversy kind of thing.
But like the majority of things that were said and done, it was like very like, the whole Becky G scene where she was fucking on the bed and
Becky G in a scene where she's against the main villain, which is
Yeah.
Green Ranger, by the way, which is also what's her
Yeah.
fucking name? One of the main villains of the original Power Rangers show, which is an awesome villain, but they just made her very modernized and weird and Americanized, and it was really weird. And they made her the Green Ranger, but like an evil version.
And by
so
all
it didn't
means-
exactly make sense.
by all means, I want to say this. By all means, I'm not saying the director and the writers are terrible. They were just a very terrible direction for Power Rangers. They weren't meant to be in the same room as the Power Rangers. Power Rangers was meant for somebody else. They were meant to do
The 2017
probably they get that same team and put them on a Final Destination, and they'll probably give us a good Final Destination.
something where I don't,
Or a horror movie. Put them on a horror movie because it felt like they was itching to go horror at some points, or itching to
when
go
you were saying
thriller
that, I
at some
definitely
points.
believed it. Like there was a lot of like action horror elements
Exactly. The dialogue was all horror
that
because
it felt-
horror has very, I don't know, abysmal dialogue at times. Very abysmal, very short, very cut dry dialogue, and just really heavily focused on the urgency of running or the urgency of
it's like I'm not really here
or
for
the
the
surprise
dialogue,
of-
so I'll kind of let it pass.
exactly.
And that's kind of what I felt watching this movie. And a lot of Power Rangers stuff is like, I love it because it's a little campy. It's very, Pokemon is just like this. It's like, if you say something cheesy in Pokemon or Power Rangers, because of the situation and what it truly embodies, it's not cringy. It's campy, which means it's good. It's actually effective. Whereas it would be cringy in a different setting. So we did get this serious action movie with the attempt at campiness, which just made it cringy. In the original Power Rangers, if you said friendship is all, friendship is might, whatever, it's cool because everything else in the show like incentivizes that it is this like over dramatic thing. This movie was trying to be cool. It was trying to be this cool American teenage drama with superheroes gaining a mystical alien superhero power. in that setting, it does not work if you say, guys, I'm the leader, I'm the Red Ranger, friendship is magic. It does not work like that. It does not work if Pokemon was live action and they did the same thing. If they did a realistic Pokemon version, which they did with Detective Pikachu, but they made it like a fucking... They made it like... The thing with Detective Pikachu is they made it to like a New York street level. So it was like a little bit grungy, a little bit dark, a little bit like Ryan Reynolds was Pikachu in that movie. Yeah. So it was like comedic. It was like, what if we take like a realistic version and we don't make it silly like Pokemon. We make it realistic, but adding Pokemon in it, which inevitably makes it silly. And it worked. They did not make it work here because of that failed attribute. Like they're thinking, oh, we can keep this writing, but we can put a serious tone on it. They did not execute that correctly.
And you know what really, because initially we was going to watch a different movie. We couldn't find that movie, and then so we had to just we found a movie, but it costs money and we're broke right now.
Yeah, we didn't want to pay that shit.
But so we just scrambled around and looked at some movies, and the initial reason why I clicked on Power Rangers 2017 is I seen a post on Threads. I seen the post on Threads.
Threads will do it to you.
If you're on Threads, if you're on IG, take a shot. I seen the post on Threads.
Right now, take a shot.
Oh well, slow down. Don't take it back to back like that. We want you to have some time. We want you to have some time in between. You stick with us, all right? But yeah, I seen the post, and the post said, it's time to admit that 2017 Power Rangers wasn't as bad as everybody made it out to seem. It is as bad as everybody made it out to seem. I'm sorry to tell you that, but you like bad movies. Nothing wrong with that. Yes, the 2017 Power Rangers had a very good, almost good ending.
Okay,
and a very good direction. The execution parts, especially in the writing,
I could totally understand if that thread said 2017 Power Rangers didn't age as bad as I thought it would, because I don't think it did. But if anyone,
the music selection in that motherfucker too was sometimes it was like
not fun.
But it was it was very 2017 though.
I will say that. The last 30 minutes I was liking the music. Yeah. Because they played the Kanye West song. Yeah. And then they had an actual score for the fights.
No one man.
And then they also played Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Go Power Rangers.
If you watch the 2017 Power Rangers Reboot movie,
and they also put the whole budget into the last fucking.
Let yourself chill and fucking smoke a blunt for the first hour, and then enjoy the last 30 minutes. Heavily.
Do your laundry.
Let the movie play your chores while you wait for that last 35
for that first hour. For that first hour, watch and do some chores.
Because chores. If someone made a fan film and it was a little bit lesser quality than the last 30 minutes, but it had the same execution as for the most part, the same actors, same everything, and it was like this crazy project that took a lot less money than whatever the first hour was, I would be like, this is a crazy, pretty cool rendition of what a realistic Power Rangers would be like. Realistic as in a modern, gritty version. Because the old one is IRL, it's just all the booms and the fucking pows and the comic type of fighting. But the last 30 minutes would have been great. It's the lack of proper buildup before the final fight that really undersells what Power Rangers is about. I think that's what truly failed. And then what just V figured out was what truly failed in this movie was the fact that the directors were all over the fucking place, and especially the writers. While I understood what the director was doing while I was researching some of the things, he really truly understood why the writers were failing, because we were looking at the backlogs of all the people that worked on this movie, and they didn't understand what it took to make a Power Rangers movie. One of the things with the main director,
Main director.
If I say it twice, you know I'm I'll see y'all next week. We might as well just goddamn end it here. I'm about to break this mic. We just did the Dougie. We just did the Nene.
Yeah.
We just did the actual Nene. All right. We're going to end it here because I'm sorry to trouble y'all for this long.
The
2 hours. 2 hours of fucking nonsense. But we talked about equality.
Talking about some things, for sure.
I'm going to start cutting up some of these podcast episodes and
do a two-parter.
like
One.
I might make another channel, or on this channel I will upload like 10 to 15 minute clips of our like conversations that don't.
Do that, bro. Do that.
It might be another channel, like
Offbeat
clips channel, like where it's like our secondary.
Don't matter.
Because I don't know. Because like, what were you talking about like 20 minutes ago?
We be
a good
segueing.
video conversation.
We segue.
But I need to portion it as that.
Yeah, fair.
And I don't want to like overdo the main channel.
But I feel like that's what shorts are. But we did talk about it for like 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, it was just so long. So I don't know. I don't know. We'll get another. I do truly now want to do like a solo Power Rangers video on that movie and go in depth of why this messed up. But this episode we just want to talk about so much stuff. So
What?
yeah.
And plus, we got some drinking in us.
We got some drinking in.
He got some stuttering going on. I got some stuttering going on. I got some coughing going on. Shit, I'm dying out here. But I'm just V.
Yeah.
Who are you, bro?
Yeah. On the podcast, I'm Noah, but I'm gonna link in the description both of our channels. If he has any project to shout out, he can. But I just dropped an hour-long Pokemon Fire and Leaf Green movie, and it's going crazy right now. In this, by the time when we recorded, I started at like. I just uploaded it. It started at like 35 views. I just checked. I think it's at like 65 right now. So
yeah,
we getting
check that out. If you love, he's heavy. He's a heavy Nintendo game, Nintendo person.
Directler. It's a directler all over again.
And he's
heavy gamer.
He's heavy in the games. If you really want somebody that really cares about the games they're reviewing.
If you like games,
this nigga is on
storytelling and a little bit of analysis.
Yeah,
I try to make videos based off of that.
That's him there.
If you like light speed, don't want to be beside me, got you moving like lightning, got you caught in my light beam, then go over to him.
Shit seems so exciting,
bro. That was instinct, bro.
But yeah, I do music on my shit.
That was instinct.
But also,
I remember that from the soul.
This is the upcoming project I have, solo dolo ish. The cover art for it will be done by a dear friend of ours, and he's doing his thing. He's getting better. Put that motherfucker down, dog. You dropping shit now. Use a motherfucking mess. Nigga, use
hey, bro, you gave me the broke chair. I gotta do what I got. Keep going.
What I'm saying is, the next project I got coming out is called Stories from My Cul-de-sac. And if you are an emotional person
from his cold D-sac,
from my cul-de-sac. But if you are an emotional person and connect to emotional things, I really share it, just my thoughts on situations, my thoughts on emotions, and my in my journey throughout life.
And my question is, can we get the full audio book on the channel?
Hell yeah.
You just post that shit on like 5 different channels.
Hell yeah.
Get as many people listen to that as possible.
Hell yeah. Because I realized when I showed just a little snippet, which I'm gonna start doing the launch, start doing the launch soon. But everything's in the work in progress. But I noticed when T started reading it herself, I was like, I really do put an emphasis in the way I read it.
The way, and obviously you wrote it, so you'll read it differently.
Exactly.
Read it out differently. But there is a way to like read things with that emphasis, and especially since you wrote it, I know you read things differently because you're like, this is how I wrote it down in my mind. This is how I'm going to say it.
It has a certain tone to it, and sometimes without the tone, certain things can be taken a certain way.
Oh yeah.
But my idea of Stories from My Cul-de-sac is for you to feel a certain energy.
And we learned
and understand
in the passive aggressive episode of the podcast, we learned that sometimes you'll say something and it'll bear no context. It'll be taken a certain way, but you'll mean it a whole different way. I think you should start a channel that's like just your story projects.
Just V.
And it's videos about it. Like one for your channel you have now is like mostly your music and like some of that.
Yeah.
But I could see, you know how music channels and YouTube be auto generating topic channels where it's like Michael Jackson topic and it's like just like revisitations of the music. I could see that for you, but it's like audio book part 1 of like this story, and then it's like a 1 year. It's like 2026. This book comes out, and then 2027. Oh, there's another book that comes out in audio form, or like this is like.
But I have an idea for the books though, because I have a book named Backdoor that I'm working on, and I hope to finish before the end of this year. So, but when we get to the point where it needs to be audio booked, I have an idea of what I want to do. I'm not going to share it yet because we're not that far yet. But overall, we're going to get to that area where, where things are going to be said like that, or and we're going to have a group of people, and things are just going to work. Things are going to fall in line. But right now, the next thing I got coming up, solo dolo-ish, is Stories from My Cul-de-sac.
That's exciting.
It is a bit of a memoir. It is a bit of that. But it's heavily like you digest it and you take it for what it is, type of thing. You digest it and you put it into your own life and see where it fits in the patterns. Because I've gone through a lot of emotional things, relationship wise, and just and I have a way of viewing life and viewing how sometimes you should just move on, or sometimes take a step back and view it and realize what it really meant to you, what it really is to you, rather than confining to a lie that you keep telling yourself, or something, whatever it may be, because we all run from something. And sometimes
I just run faster.
And sometimes it's just, you just don't necessarily need to run. Maybe you're ready,
Yeah, sometimes the best movement is taking one step at a time,
Exactly. And if you spend so much time telling yourself you can't do it, you're not ready, the timing ain't right, you'll find out that really you've been holding yourself back because you are ready. You just don't want to take the leap.
There is a great quote. I want to say by Neil something.
By me, yeah.
By Just Be. It's like, to be an individual is to be unique to you. Your voice, your lips, your hearing, your sound, your thoughts, your your everything. And then the last part of the quote is something around, so to create, not to be creative, but to be you type of like ideal.
Exactly.
Which is also, some of the best books are only the best because you've read them twice. So if he does drop his book relatively soon, I would say read it twice, because that's some of the times, not just get the numbers up, but sometimes you can learn the most when you re-invite something into your life. Because if you do drop this book and it's physical, I'm going to read it twice, because that's what I learned. I read like the most fucking generic book, Atomic Habits. I read most of it, stopped. I didn't read like the last bit. And then I went through the whole audiobook again, and only the second time I understood what's really going on, versus like, when you hear it a second time, it just hits that much harder when it's something based off reality, which your whole thing is based off reality.
That's how I felt about J. Cole's album. Not to shout out his album again, but his newest album. The first listen was like all right.
Yeah, the feeling you're going to get the first time,
I'm excited,
is different than the second time, but the truth, in the second time.
I'm excited. The first time around, I'm excited. I'm just glad we got new music. And then the second time you listen to it, you start hearing the punchlines. You start realizing what it means. And then I listen to it. Overall, I listen to several songs at least 10 times. But overall, the whole album I listened to probably 4 to 5 times over Revolved. And it really, you know what I'm saying? And then there's a skit with Mark RDC from RDC, and he's like crying, and it took me to that fifth listen to really get to that point where it's like, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
You know, to really feel that. But it's just, you know, you got to take things at your time, at your own pace, and you got to be willing to open yourself and really understand the shit. You know what I'm saying? Because there's also another thing with that. I seen somebody, when people are reviewing shit, like we're doing with movies, some people don't fully allow themselves to review.
Yeah, that
or view in general. They have a outlook of what they're looking for. So if it don't hit that criteria, they're just putting it below everything. But we as reviewers and we as people, when it comes to people's craft and when it comes to people's art, especially people that are great at their art, you have to take the time to see it for what it is. Don't put that bar up there.
And once you understand that,
if this word isn't said, it isn't right.
You'll understand life.
But fully view it, fully enjoy it for what it is, understand it for what it is, and then review it.
That's actually perfectly right, because one time I made a video on a Batman game, and the whole video was based off of, this is rated the worst Batman game of all time. So you think in classic like YouTube internet fashion, I'm just going to shit on the entire game because everyone else shit on the entire game. My whole video was to prove that this game can be good. So it was the opposite perspective, the perspective of like allowing time to look at the game, right? With the whole world encompassing view of it, not just like I'm listening to other people say this is a bad game, I'm listening to critics say this is a bad game, now I'm going to think this is a bad game. I played it without all that in mind. I took that in mind afterwards, and then I allowed myself to actually formulate like a time evaluated review. And the crazy part about that video, it's my only video that like probably gets multiple up to 10 views every day. I uploaded like 2 years ago, and there's roughly 5 to 10 people that watch it every day. And every once in a while I'll get a comment that's like, I'm 35, I've played this game when I was young, I thought it was terrible. Now you're making me look at it differently because I decided to take the time to like appreciate what it was trying to be and what it actually had versus taking its soul away from what it failed to do. And while we are talking about what Power Rangers failed to do, it's only because we watched it one time and we wanted it to be a certain way, wanted it more of it of what we knew we thought it could do.
Exactly.
But it just didn't. It just didn't.
But I feel like I could watch it the second time. The writing still ain't gonna fucking.
We could watch it a second time and hate the writing even more and love the last fight even more.
Exactly. We will always love Billy Cranston.
But if we just watched it fully and said we hate it, it's done, and not took a time to understand why we actually didn't like it, that's where it's inappropriate.
Because we gave it a try. We looked at it, and we came in with open arms. It was like we were ready to hug you.
I was excited,
ready to embrace you. And then it just kept giving us reasons why we should probably keep a little bit of a distance.
That's in Chapter 8 of Stories from the Cul-de-Sac. Power Rangers. I actually don't know. I didn't read it.
Yeah, you don't know yet.
But I will buy a book.
Hey, and it's gonna come out.
But how much
soon.
it gonna be though?
Probably like $10.
Damn, that's a deal.
Yeah,
I thought you were gonna say 25.
No, I'm not charging that much for my first book ever. No.
I wonder how much it is actually physically to make a book.
Second book might
Take
be $30.
that and then add it by a little. Like give them that can be like the deal, I guess. Mm-hmm. Like if someone does buy it, you make a little bit of money, but it's not like. I assume people make a book for like cents or $1 or a couple dollars, and then they're charging 30 to 30 or something. I don't know. I don't know what the book economy is.
Market price for a lot of things, obviously, is like. I mean, if we're going comics, we're going fucking manga because those are the books I look for. We're hitting about 20 to 25. If it's an older manga, we're hitting about 15. 10 to 15.
10 to 15 is like the soft cover, cheaper manga, average manga volume.
If you're getting a Nimbus, you're getting a Nimbus that has multiple chapters.
Omnibus?
Something like that. You're probably looking around $50, $30 to $50,
which is fair.
Depending on the manga, depending on how popular the manga is. That's why when we get Trigun and shit like that, that's going to be around the 50 mark, Berserk around the 50 mark. But you get
I want to say is fair because sometimes I will write, like I'll write often, not just for videos but for some like stories. They'll just never see more than the light of day for a couple chapters or whatever. But it's fun to write, like if you want to be that type of thing. And then you really start to understand, like, ooh, some of the GOAT stories is like it makes you respect it even more. Yeah. Because you're like, oh man, especially when you see stories that inspired popular stories. Like, if something is super popular, like Stranger Things, and then you see the story or whatever that inspired Stranger Things, which I think is Akira, then it's like, ooh, I respect that origin even more. Yeah, and I respect who got inspired from it and wrote that. Yeah. And then you start to justify the price a little bit.
Like the Chronicles thing. Like we watched Chronicles, and we really like Chronicles. We didn't.
Hey, if you want a Chronicles episode, let us know. We'll watch it again.
We like Chronicles because Chronicles dialogue was written really well. Their dynamics between characters was written really well.
That's crazy. I didn't even think about that. I've never had a problem with the Chronicles dialogue.
Exactly.
And I'll be thinking about this Power Rangers movie and how the dialogue fucking sucked.
The dialogue was not it. The best dialogue they had was
actors are good though.
Billy Cranston and Jason Scott, and then at times Jason Scott and Kimberly.
Yeah.
But some of the Zach duo never had good.
Some
shit.
of the duo felt like the actor.
Zach's only good shit was his backstory. His only good shit was his backstory.
Yeah, you're right. Damn, that sucks.
Other than that,
and the fact that Yellow Ranger had 1973 on her shirt, which was the year that the original Yellow Ranger was born. R.I.P.
Representing. Rest in peace.
A lot of Easter eggs, a lot of good Easter eggs.
Yeah. And for somebody who's a core fan and was like always wanted a Power Rangers movie because when you're a certain fan of certain shit, like Marvel does this a lot. They'll throw in a lot of Easter eggs that if you were following along with the comics for as long as who knows when, you're gonna peep this. You're gonna notice this, and you're gonna understand it, and you're gonna love it. But if you don't,
they don't.
Depending on how you wrote that Marvel movie, because a lot of some of them are hit and misses.
Yeah,
especially now. Before Endgame and Infinity War happened, it was a lot of hits. It was like, damn, can these niggas miss?
The camera can miss.
And this is where we'll end it.
Hey, what's up? It's animated. It's P&G rocks and just me.
But like.